Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. But wouldn't you know it, guys? When I want to go live and discuss the drama between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, Twitter isn't letting me live stream. Isn't that funny? So I'm improvising here, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. So I'm live on Rumble now too. I only have with the software that I'm paying for here. I've my regulars know what the deal is, but yeah, this the StreamYard software, it costs money and you can pick different levels, um, different versions that cost varying amounts. And I'm basically using like one of the cheapest versions, and it only allows you to stream at 3 locations. So I picked YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for tonight, which is honestly a lot of the time that's the lineup, unless it's some topic I think that would do good with crazy people and conspiracy theorists over on Rumble. So then sometimes I add Rumble to the mix and take out Facebook or Twitter. But yeah, Twitter would not, and I kept trying as the stream was starting up here. Twitter wouldn't let me go live. So, let me lock that off. Okay. Yeah, man, it's fucking bullshit. That is bullshit. So yeah, we're live on Rumble now too. Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble tonight. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the Trump and Musk feud going on right now. Honestly, guys, this is pretty funny, honestly. It's nuts. It's pretty funny. Yeah, with a bromance like these guys had going on, I mean, these guys were just sucking each other off every day. Elon Musk was doing Nazi salutes for him and stuff, I mean, it was serious, guys. And now they're going through a little breakup, it looks like. Is this even real though? Is this for show? Is there some kind of is this some kind of psyop or something? I don't even know. I don't believe anything anymore. I'm so fucking over it. I'm over it. Everything is an illusion. And on top of it, we've got AI stuff now to deal with. Now we have AI videos. So even if Hillary Clinton she could post on Twitter, on her own Twitter, she could post the video from Anthony Weiner's laptop that she starred in allegedly. She could post it on her own Twitter and just say, "Oh, this is an AI video." And it's like we would just have to accept that that's a possibility. We never know, if we're ever. I mean, we're getting to a point where reality is just fucking scary. I don't know what to think about this little feud. I really don't. I feel like this is probably going to drive a pretty big divide. But I don't think Elon Musk really, when it comes to, I feel like, I don't know what kind of pull he thinks he has. I don't know. I feel like some people are so loyal to Trump. I don't think they're, this might not actually fuck things up for the conservative side of the aisle as bad as some people might think it would. But anyway, let me get to the chat. Wherever you're at, get in the chat. Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble tonight because Twitter isn't working because, I don't know, Elon Musk doesn't want people talking about this or something. He's in a fucking K-hole and he's tweeting out stuff about Donald Trump being involved with the Epstein shit. This is getting dirty, guys. It's a dirty game. All right, well, I'll get into the chat. We'll get started. We'll go over a few things. We'll look at the screenshots of the tweets, and there's some different videos that I'd like to get to. Bob Cook's up in here. What's up, Bob Cook? Stacy G, Dutch Duke, what's up, lovers, friends? Michael Earl's up in here. Donald Ferguson, Illuminati power slap. Elon Musk versus Donald J. Trump. Yeah. It's going to be a wild one, guys. Al Pacino. What's up, Al Pacino up in here? Berto Perez. Berto Perez is up in here. What's up, bro? Yeah, so dude, I don't know, guys. You guys know how I've been feeling about Trump. Like I really want to just be on the MAGA train. I do. But I just I don't know. It's too weird how I'm like so on the fence about Trump when it comes to the Epstein stuff. It's like I kind of just like don't even think about it that much anymore. I try not to rack my brain about it because I feel like it's almost just a waste of energy. I can't figure it out one way or another. And I've argued with people about it and stuff, whether Trump is involved in a bad way, because either way, he's involved with the Epstein stuff. It's whether or not he was involved in completely a good way or possibly a bad way too. We talked about it on here before. I think I even played the footage of that prosecutor getting interviewed by some alternative media source. I don't know what this guy's show or whatever it was, but the prosecutor, if I'm not mistaken, was getting interviewed by this guy, and he was explaining that Trump helped a lot to get Epstein prosecuted. Big E's up in here. What's up, family? They're both acting like children. Yeah, but I don't fucking know. I mean, is this like I just is it really just two egomaniac millionaires fucking fighting? Or is this like Trump pissed off Elon Musk, then Elon Musk pissed off Trump, and then so now Elon comes out and says, "Oh, you know what? Fuck you. We're done. I'm telling everybody how you're in the Epstein files." Which, we already knew this, guys. We already knew Trump was like friends with him. And this is the funny thing, too. This is like that Spider-Man meme. You guys know the Spider-Man meme where there's like three Spider-Mans, and they're pointing at each other, saying that, whatever. Let me find it. This shit. I know everybody knows what I'm talking about, but just to clarify here, might be someone out there that's like, what, where they're kissing each other upside down? No, that's not the Spider-Man meme I'm talking about. I'm talking about this one. There's various ones, I guess, but this one here. God damn it, and it takes us to another I didn't want to go to another tab. This shit. This is Donald Trump and Elon Musk right now arguing over who's better friends with Epstein. There's pictures of Musk with fucking Ghislaine Maxwell and stuff. All these fucking rich people are degenerates and they hang out. And you know what? It's pathetic. They're going to argue over who is the shittier piece of shit. And we just have to pick which one we think is less of a piece of shit. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Why are all the politicians and rich people friends with Epstein. And these are the people we have to pick from to run our country. Unbelievable. This is fucking Black Mirror. We are in Black Mirror. This is so fucking stupid. All right, let me get off this page. We get it. We get it. Let me pull up the tweet. Oh, let me go to Twitter. Let me see what the fuck, because I was on Twitter. I know Twitter's not down. It just won't let me stream. Maybe there's just a lot of people like streaming on Twitter to talk about this. I don't know. Um Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at this. I guess this is like the most recent. Yeah, this is from 607. Yeah, 5th. Oh yeah, this is today. 607. Here, let me get you guys over to Twitter with me. Let's get over to Twitter, guys. Tits and ass, tits and ass. This is Trump. I don't the truth social shit. I just like good thing it's not real. The truth is like Donald Trump's platform. And you know what? I was just going to talk shit about him being on there, but it's probably a good thing because on Twitter, everybody just reposts what Trump puts on truth. And just think if Donald Trump had to go to Twitter to bitch about Elon Musk right now, I mean, that would just feel like such a little bitch move. You would have to, I mean, even Trump would have to feel a little pathetic bickering with Elon Musk using Elon Musk's social media platform to talk shit about him, which he is still doing, but he's doing it by proxy, so it doesn't look as pathetic. Literally no one is going to fucking Truth Social and like giving a fuck about this. There's like this is probably a bot. This account, I don't know who these people are that use Truth Social, but they're few and far between. Anyway, Elon Musk, or Mediocre Musk, I love it. You knew there was a nickname coming too. Mediocre Musk is constantly high on ketamine. Oh my god, I didn't even see the ketamine part. I saw Mediocre Musk is constantly high on ketamine, always making promises he can't keep, not to be trusted. He wants to go to Mars. He wants to go to Mars. How about you go back to Africa? Wait, is this real? That sounds so racist. I guess it's okay to say to white people. This is real? That is really funny if this is real. If Elon Musk were black, this would be the most racist thing that was like, put on Twitter for today, I guess. It's probably worse. Scott Starbird, what's up? Scott Starbird's up in here. Oh, Holyoke Joe. Do you find yourself referring to other men as lover often? Yeah, I do. Mainly on this stream because I'm playing a gay character. Not in real life. I'm not actually gay. I mean, I'm gay. I'm gay when I'm in character, which right now I am, I guess. But anyway, let's not make it too confusing, guys. Yeah, I gotta be careful scrolling onto. Okay, I don't even know what that was about to be. We're not even gonna let that happen. Here's Elon Musk. I guess people are recirculating this because he said the world's gonna end. Which this is one thing. I mean, there's a few pages I follow that have been talking about this, that they're preparing for people are preparing for some crazy geological, geophysical, it says here, event. And there's even some people on Twitter that are putting together that stuff that happened during COVID, like the lockdowns for COVID. There was like some people that were saying, I forget what, like something happened during the lockdown, and they actually had us locked down because there was some kind of like astrological event or something, like meteors or something like that. And people stayed inside and didn't, like, people didn't see what happened outside. Something like that. I've seen some crazy shit going around on Twitter. But anyway, a lot of these people think that there's something crazy is about to happen soon. I think here they're talking about magnetic poles shifting. Which can be cataclysmic. Some people think that when the pole shifts, it's going to do like the planet has to go through this thing, because there's varying theories on this. But if you guys have seen a wing nut, have you guys seen a wing nut in 0G? Bubba's catchphrases stick in my head like lovers. Yeah. Not me. I barely use any of his gimmicks. Let's take a look at this.
Climate also changes pretty radically over the course of, like, say, 10,000 years. It can.
Jeff Bezos spent $42 million to build a massive clock that ticks just once a year for the next 10,000 years. But why, bitch?
Shift from being extremely hot to extremely cold. You can really go down a deep rabbit hole if you read about ice ages.
So interesting.
That how much Earth's climate has changed, and even where the magnetically where the poles are has shifted over time. Climate also changes pretty rapidly.
OOG7, what's up, bro? Over on the Rumble. What's up, Famalam? Oh, dude, yeah, I saw you. Thanks for mentioning my stream to Morgan. I saw you doing that in the chat, but I didn't see it until after Scott's show was done. I'm, normally when I catch Scott Starbird's stream from the beginning to end, I try to get in the chat earlier, and then I start setting up my thumbnail for my stream and all that shit, my prep stuff, and I listen to Scott's show while I do that. So I wasn't in the chat to see that at the time, but yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Scott is a wingnut, a space wingnut. No, have you seen this, guys? Let me see if I can. I guess I'll just go right to YouTube. Wingnut in 0G. Let me bring you guys over to this. So this is one thing, because even like if you ask Neil deGrasse Tyson, he explains how the planet Earth is actually not a perfect ball. He said it's kind of like pear shape. It's not like, it's barely not a complete ball, but it's not completely it's not perfectly circular. This is one of the things that people theorize is going to be like the Earth when it shifts magnetic poles. This is why, because the planet is fucking spinning, and it's not evenly the way the planet is shaped. It's not evenly distributed in a way like a normal ball would be. And if you watch this wingnut, it fucking flips around after doing like a few revolutions or something. Look at that shit. It spins like a few times and then flips over. This shit trips me out. I think it's a similar thing happens with like tennis rackets and stuff. Sniz is in here. He's got pear-shaped balls. I don't think that's good. I think you might need to get a hydroseal deal done, dog. Bro, Alex Stein's show was so fucking good. I was dying during Alex's show today. It was so funny. All right, let me drop this. Get off of there. So yeah, I didn't save this. Let's go to Elon Musk's Twitter page. Oh, I'll get you guys on this tab with me. God, I'm a terrible streamer. I'm the perfect twink. I'm a terrible streamer. Okay. Elon Musk. Oh boy, here we go with we need a new political party. Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle? This poll is still up. Should we just do yes? What should we do? Yes or no? Do we need a new party? Truth is Unbreakable is up in here. No, Sniz, I planned on breaking that down today, but I wanted to do like a full video on it with the thumbnail and everything. Elon Musk, not Elon. Did you talk about 25 Cent? No. Who the fuck? What about 25 Cent? What is it? Who? What? Fucking Twitter ruined my stream tonight. It threw me off doing the intro. Twitter wouldn't fucking let me go live. Guys, is it time to create a new political party or what? Should I put yes or no? What do we want? If Elon Musk is the leader of it, it's probably going to be like, you know, a fun meme, but then ultimately be disappointing. Let's just say yes. Ooh, dang, 81% yes. We're fucked, guys. All right, let's see. Elon Musk is reposting bullshit. People they're reposting, people arguing about this. This is honestly like, I don't know, guys. I hate this. I hate that this needs to be clarified, but no, Elon did not criticize Trump personally first. Trump criticized Elon first. I don't know why this needs to be separated like this, but okay. Elon criticized Trump's bill first. Trump commented on Elon around June 5th, 12:08 p.m. Eastern Time during a press conference. At 12:46, Elon commented on X in response to Trump's press conference. Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and the Republicans would be 51-59 in the Senate. The bill and moving forward is what we should focus on, but the truth matters. Bro, people are actually doing timestamps of who tweeted what first. Good grief. Here we go.
Personal attention. Of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels.
He used to do that, the Trump dance, real smooth. Look at how he does it back then. He really like got into it. He's like,
NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in. Go inside.
More than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Though exactly what they say is difficult to understand as they discuss the women and their appearances, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot." And then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter. But as the president said,
they let you grab him by the pussy. They let you. What if Elon Musk could get Democrats and Republicans to vote for a third party? That would be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if it would be good. I don't know how that would work out. I mean, how third party are we going to get, right? You need like if you're going to do a bunch of executive orders and shit, you know, that can always be overturned with an executive order later. But if you're going to try to work with the Senate, Congress to pass bills and stuff, and we have a third party, a president that's like a third party president, I'm really not that fucking smart. But I just feel like that's going to, right? That's going to be a problem. If we have a third party president trying to work with Democrat and Republican congressmen. Let me get back to the Twitter. The Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. I hope not.
There was a story that I read about him that really affected me, which was when he was talking to Bill Gates. And Bill Gates had just taken out some huge short on Tesla. It was like $1 billion short or something. And, and Elon was like, why would you do that? Why would you short Tesla? And Bill goes, well, I talked to my financial advisors and I looked at the math and there's no way it's overvalued. And so I'm going to make money on the short. And Elon goes, what do you care about making money? I thought you were into electric cars and climate change and saving the world. What are you doing, like trying to save a few bucks and betting against? Like, and he just walked away in disgust. And I think he never talked to Bill Gates after that. And that's when I realized, like, Elon's a purist. You know, he means what he says. Like, the money is a tool for him to get what he's trying to do. And so I take him at face value, which is the crazy thing. Because
I don't think you should do that with anybody.
a lot of people who set these audacious goals to inspire people, but you kind of know they don't really mean it. Elon, I take it face value. So I really do think he intends to get to Mars. I don't think he's joking about that. And I think he means to get there within a defined window of time. And I don't think it's just like an inspirational faraway goal. I think he's very, very concretely going to do whatever it takes. Because Elon doesn't want to go down in history as the electric car guy, or even the guy who saved America guy.
Yeah.
He wants to go down as a guy who got humanity to the stars.
Yeah.
And I don't think, again, I'll give him more credit than that. I don't even think he wants to go down as the I got humanity to the stars guy. He's just like, I want to get to the stars. And so I have to make it happen in this lifetime. The only way that I get to experience the science fiction world in my head is if I get to the stars. And so that's so inspirational. I think that drives everything. So I think the government was just a thing that got in his way.
Funny Face and K-Dog up in the chat. What's up, lovers? Thank you guys for joining us. I'm just looking into this bullshit between Trump and Musk. Honestly, it's kind of fucking boring. Kind of over it already. It was intriguing at first, but I'm just so over this fucking I'm done talking about Epstein files. I'm so done. It is retarded. I just like, this is the fucked up part, guys. This is the crazy part, is like the conspiracy people, for the most part, if you're a conspiracy person that's like kind of like, you know, in tune with right-wing kind of conspiracies and shit and questioning some of the bullshit with Epstein's death and whatever, you probably voted for Trump. And we got Kash Patel, Dan Bongino in there. Now that we've got our fucking quacks in office, are you guys like forced to believe their bullshit? This is like the thing. It's like it's fucked up. Actually, it is like a dog finally catching up to the car it was chasing or something and not knowing what to do. You know, we're in this weird point where it's been trending for more and more people to see things through the conspiracy lens and question what the fuck they're seeing and call bullshit constantly, even when sometimes it might not even be bullshit. And now we're at this point where, okay, we've got enough people that are just like hating the establishment and, you know, liberal bullshit and, you know, crazy whatever the fuck. They want to make our kids trans and they want to drink baby's blood and, you know, whatever the fuck. And we finally get the quacks into the White House and they say, "Oh yeah, we looked at the Epstein stuff. Turns out there's nothing to see here, guys. There's really nothing to see here." You know, who the fuck are we to believe now? Is there any chance? Like, I almost felt more comfortable with Biden in office and just going, yeah, you know what? We'll never get our own people in there. People that people that have been saying it's going to get there. If they got in there, they'll truly release all this stuff. And we'll see what really happened, guys. We're going to find out finally what happened with Epstein. I was almost more comfortable just being like, yeah, we're never going to know. All these fucking elites are probably disgusting, degenerate pieces of shit. and move along with my day. But now they're edging us constantly with Epstein files and bullshit. You know, Pam Bondi made all these people look completely fucking retarded, including herself, releasing the Epstein files. They made this big photo op out of it. You know, all the fucking conservative talking head people, I don't know, DC Drano, I just remember his fucking weird looking, I don't know what, these people are eating Alex Jones's supplements and it's making their faces and their heads like enlarge and look fucking weird and stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, I just feel like the whole thing is so unserious now. It's just such a joke. Dark Match Jeans up in here. What's up, bro? What were you saying? I saw Scott put something. I went to another tab. DMS, it all started because Trump didn't include EV rebates in the Build Back Better bill. No, the big, beautiful bill. Elon's a little biznitch. Yeah, but we just read on Twitter, Trump started the personal stuff first. No, but did it really start there? And I don't know, like, what does that say about Elon Musk, though? If Elon Musk truly thinks that that is the implication of the tweet, right? Let's actually go to the tweet because I'm over on his Twitter page. Let's actually go down to the tweet and break it down. Oh, this is a repost, so we'll just look at this. Ian Miles Chong, President versus Elon. Who wins? My money's on Elon. Trump should be impeached, and J.D. Vance should replace him. Interesting. This is Musk's tweet that's going completely viral right now. Elon Musk, time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. So obviously, guys, the implication of this is that Donald Trump is involved with, you know, in a nefarious, in a very bad way. We all know that he's involved with Epstein, and if you are a pro-Trump person who knows about his that he has had some relationship with Epstein, you probably know that the prosecutor credited Trump, and Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago and all that shit. And so you say, oh, well, yeah, well, they were friends, but when Trump realized that he was actually a disgusting piece of shit, he stopped being friends with him and whatever. So we all know that he's had involvement with Epstein. So the implication here that Musk is hinting at is that Trump was involved in a bad way, right? They won't release the files. It's not because the files say that Trump helped bust Epstein and he's clean and clear of all wrongdoing in any of this, right? That's not that he's clearly saying the truth will come out and it won't look good for Trump. So if that is the truth, if Elon Musk knows, which this is probably, who knows? He could be just talking out of his ass here. But if Elon Musk knows that Trump is involved in something actually morally reprehensible, and there's proof of that in the Epstein files, this, it sort of, it implies that Elon would have kept his mouth shut had the big beautiful bill thing included the EV deal for Elon Musk. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the chat. The rebates. Sorry, I just scrolled. What? Truth is Unbreakable is up in here. What's up, Truth? What was Scott? What was the personal stuff that he started first? I have not kept up with this. I just Okay, Elon tweeted the BBB is not a good bill and Congress shouldn't pass it. But that's not personal though, right? I think that's what the tweet, and I honestly, I mean, if that's the first thing Elon put out, I guess it's like, I mean, that's fair to say, right? It's not personal. That's politics. He's saying it's a bad bill. Oh, truth is unbreakable. 795 million contract with Palantir. Yeah, I know. I don't trust Palantir. I'm very worried about that. And Nick Fuentes, I've seen him, the clips of him bringing up Palantir on Alex Jones's show, and Alex Jones really makes a point to minimize the anyone's suspicions about Palantir. I don't know what's going on with Palantir and Alex Jones, but I'm very suspicious. 500 million with Stargate AI pre-crime Skynet is active. Yeah, so let's take a look at that too. The bill, I did see that there was some part in there about deregulating artificial intelligence, right? Now he's smearing shiz, K-Dog. Yeah, exactly. We all know Trump has has had a relationship with Epstein. It's about how morally disgusting he really got with it. Is it more than just banging strange hookers and cheerleaders, adults? Two grown ass men acting like kids. Yeah, I know. It's fun though. Oh, Grando Reaper's in here. What's up, bro? It has begun. Yes, it has begun. Sniz, let's say hypothetically it's true that Trump and others were lied to about the age of the young women they went to the island to party with. How bad is it really? If they were lied to, well, I guess it depends. If they were told that the girls were 18, but the girl that they're banging is, really 10 years old, I don't think you can. I mean, you can't really, there's no real way to split that hair, right? If they look 18, I guess you could get a pass there. Let's talk about Luigi already. What happened with Luigi? Is he going to get out? If they're told they're 18 or older, yeah, a setup. Epstein was a known honeypot. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell a girl might be too young. If you're not sure, you shouldn't do it. Well, that's a safe way to operate, but when you're a fucking millionaire, do you really talk to yourself like that in your head? I don't think so. I think you go, I can grab them by the pussy. They let me do it. I think that's what your inner monologue sounds more like that. I grab them by the pussy and then I wish them well. Oh, fuck. Listen to how I'm talking, and I voted for him. Oh, God. That's how bad Kamala Harris was in my eyes. I voted for somebody that I have suspicions about them being a PDF. I'm kind of joking, guys. I don't really think it's possible. I don't really think Trump is. I don't know. I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. I hate this. I don't even like talking about this anymore. I'm over it. I don't believe any of it. Ghislaine Maxwell doing fucking fake photo shoots at that burger restaurant. And then they have a federal trial. All we get is sketch art. We get crayon art as proof that Ghislaine Maxwell actually had her day in court and went to prison. No, thank you. Yeah, am I fucking stupid? No. No, I do not believe any of that. You think I'm retarded. Thank you. That's how my government treats me. They treat me like I'm a retarded child. Ghislaine Maxwell, we promise she went to court and went to jail because here's a crayon picture that we had someone draw. Oh, and sorry, we don't have any of her clients or any proof of anyone else having actually purchased an underage prostitute that they were, Ghislaine is guilty of procuring. We don't actually have any of the Johns, but we have proof that she did something wrong and she's totally in jail right now, guys. Totally. Thank you, government. Thank you. I'm so glad I pay taxes. That Ghislaine Maxwell burger joint photo shoot when she was on the run was sketchy as hell, bro. Dude, it was. I went over that on the stream that night. Remember, it was not Whataburger. It's what the fuck was it? It was a really popular burger place, I think, in Cali. Bro, it was not Five Guys. It was In-N-Out Burger. That's what it was. In-N-Out Burger. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, Big E. No, dude, it was In-N-Out because I remember there's a whole conspiracy with In-N-Out too. There's a whole fucking thing about In-N-Out Burger. And that's part of the thing with Ghislaine Maxwell going to In-N-Out Burger. So there was this one guy. I don't know if I could find this. I think it might have been Mouthy Buddha or something. But there was a guy, and he laid this out that In-N-Out Burger had this weird Instagram page. Did you guys ever hear about this? This is the whole thing that I'm telling you guys. This is why people get schizo and look at symbolism in fucking everything, because there's just like so many layers of meaning that are like possible to pick up on if you're just kind of like, you know, look, if you're paying attention for it or something. But so In-N-Out, there was this one guy that went to look into some conspiracy shit that was related to the pizza stuff. Okay, guys. This guy found by going to Instagram, at the time, there was an In-N-Out Burger Instagram page that wasn't the official page, but there was like, it was like directly affiliated with In-N-Out. I forget what they showed, but there was like, people were tagging both of these pages on pictures. And he seemed to stumble across women doing prostitution on Instagram and using In-N-Out Burger as like this, like an In-N-Out Burger is symbolism for a prostitute's pussy. It's like a phrase for a prostitute's vagina. Your In-N-Out Burger, the pieces of beef pushed together, your In-N-Out Burger. I think it's like a play on words, sort of. But anyway, these women were posting like slutty pictures on Instagram and then tagging this In-N-Out Burger page. They would tag the real In-N-Out Burger on Instagram, but then they tag this other like in_and_out_burger. It was something like that. And this page had a bunch of women doing prostitution, advertising for prostitution and like modeling and stuff like that through In-N-Out, but there were like kids that were on it too and stuff, I think. I mean, it was something fucking weird like that, guys. I'm telling you, there was something up with In-N-Out Burger. And then Ghislaine Maxwell doing her fucking photo shoot there with the fucking bus sign changed behind her. The whole reason I've thought about this so much, why would it be why would the picture have something like that edited? And it would be something that's, guys, man, that shit, it racks my fucking brain. But I think it basically allowed Ghislaine Maxwell to take the photo shoot at In-N-Out. She could have done it the day that it looked like she might be in some trouble federally or something. And she has to go into witness protection type of shit where they, Goodfellas type shit. They just put you in a whole nother life and you disappear, basically. But this editing that photo allowed her to basically leave a whole mystery as to when the picture actually got taken. And remember, guys, this was like the New York Post. Guys, remember this. This is why I'm saying it's so big, I don't even know how to begin to, dissect it. You remember this, right? The implications of this. The New York Post put out this picture and said nothing about it being edited. They went along. Something happened that they went along with Ghislaine Maxwell, helping her to fucking to get the fuck out of the country or disappear, or helping her to establish a fake timeline of events. There's no way to even wade through this. If the media, the New York Post, is putting out fake edited pictures for Ghislaine Maxwell, this is a dirtier game than we could have ever imagined. How could you ever imagine that you could fucking figure this out? What kind of autism do you have to actually put the puzzle pieces together? It just seems like impossible. Hold on, guys. Should I bring this fucking article up? Dude, guys, I'm just I've gone crazy. I've seriously gone crazy from having to and barely peripherally keep up with any of this. It's just who was Ghislaine Maxwell's dad? Yeah, I know. Scott, I'm trying to take a night off from talking about Israel. It's really not easy. I don't want Tim Pool to make a whole video about me that I talk about Israel too much. I'm sorry. They're just they're popular now, okay? They got a lot going on. And Scott Starbird, I saw your coverage of that, sir. I don't think you were being very fair to our buddy Fick Nuentes, okay? It's not Nick's fault that Israel may or may not be involved in some genocidal war tactics. They're in the news, buddy. He's just covering the news, my dude. We love the Jews. Yes, we do on here. Where was I going? All right, let's get off of this. Let's look at Trump's response. So yeah, here's them bickering a little more. Let's go through some of these more of these tweets. We'll probably go somewhere else. We'll look into the. We'll refresh on fucking Ghislaine Maxwell bullshit or something. Hold on. Easier. Okay. In light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. I see how it is. So Elon Musk goes and saves our astronauts, and now Trump doesn't need him anymore, huh? What the fuck? Sorry, guys. I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties. Fucking Twitter fucked me over tonight. Elon, Snizzle Slizair, do you guys think having a sign or yelling out F the Jews is a joke? I think it depends on the delivery a bit. I think it really does depend on the delivery. I think if you're doing that in a certain context, it can be a joke, right? Or is it a statement? No, see, yeah, dude, it depends on the context, of course. And like I said, talking about this the other night or whatever, I mean, if you're saying that as a bit just to piss off Dave Portnoy, like you actually don't hate Jewish people. Dude, like the guy driving past, let's seriously talk about this for a second, Sniz. And I don't know if you're being facetious, like if you're trolling me a little bit right now, but I know there's some people that may or may not interpret what you're saying either way. And some people may be curious about my opinion on that or whatever. So we can get into it a little bit. The fact that somebody yelled that, Sniz, let's take a look at this video. If you really want to go down that road for a second, we can. Where's the video?
Terraza.
Oh, thank God. I forgot I had Twitter up here. Guys, I got to be real careful going browsing through Twitter while it's pulled up because I mean, that's dicey. That can be really complicated. So look, Sniz, this is the thing. So this guy driving past that yells F the Jews, the thing on the sign, I could definitely see people not being happy with either of these things. I get it. But I almost think doing the sign, like I said last night, if you pay for a bottle service, like you pay whatever ridiculous price it is at Dave's bar, club, whatever, to get a bottle and have these dumb sluts walk out in basically underwear, holding up a big sign with sparklers and whatever, and you pay for that, and just to fuck with them, you think of what is something really fucking offensive and triggering and would even piss off the owner of this place. Well, what if I said F the Jews on the sign? What if I asked them to do that? I think asking them to do that at a place owned by a Jewish person, if you're doing it to troll or fuck with them, I think that's a funny concept. Not even not even thinking they'll actually do it. How stupid is it that they actually did it? This is the thing, is asking them to do that because you paid for it. You paid good money. And they're like, you can put whatever you want on the sign. And so you go, okay, I can put whatever I want. And they're like, yeah, we'll put whatever you want on there. What, do you want something dirty on there? Like, I love big tits, or suck this dick, or you want this daddy dick, or so you want something filthy on there? Yeah, put F the Jews on there. And then have the manager having to come up and tell you, hey, buddy, we can't put that on the sign, buddy. Well, give me my fucking money back. I think that is funny on its own. Even if they hadn't, the bitches are stupid for having put that on the sign at a club owned by a Jewish guy. They are really fucking retarded too. But let's take a look. Sniz, are you still in here? Hope you're not mad at me and left. But this is what I'm saying. When I think it's funny that the person yelled F the Jews in this video, everybody else in this video thought it was funny. Everybody else thought it was a joke. So I know I'm not at least alone in being someone with a maybe piece of shit, ruthless sense of humor, or being way too charitable to allow for the opportunity for people to have a laugh and not take things too seriously, maybe to my detriment. I don't know, but look.
One bite, everybody knows the rules.
Everybody laughed.
We didn't get here the first time. Place is very cool on the inside. We got Frankie Lazzani's whole story, which almost seemed borderline not believable. Like, see, there we go. There we go. What are you guys fucking laughing about? Terrible. Exactly.
Bro, everybody fucking laughed. Everybody laughed, and he guilt tripped them. Now, this is the thing, Sniz. The guy driving past yelling this, I don't even know that this person is probably not a fucking neo-Nazi, right? Are you just assuming this person is like someone that actually hates Jewish people? I mean, when I hear this, I interpret this as someone that sees Dave Portnoy eating a fucking slice of pizza on the side of outside of some pizza joint as they're driving by, and they're like, "Oh, what's a thing I can yell to get a reaction out of Dave Portnoy?" And a reference that there's a crowd of people watching Dave Portnoy eat a fucking slice of pizza. What's something I could yell that would get everyone's attention and maybe make them laugh or whatever? And just drive by and yell, "F the Jews." And it made everyone laugh until Dave Portnoy guilt tripped. And I get it. He doesn't have to laugh at the joke. He doesn't have to like it. But for Dave to go from that, because of this experience, having a conversation with another person on a podcast saying that there should be no jokes allowed about Jewish people. I'm not specifically endorsing that people should go around saying F the Jews. If I saw Dave Portnoy in Tampa eating a slice of pizza and I'm driving through downtown and I see him outside some pizza place eating, I am definitely yelling F the Jews, okay? And it's not because I have any problem with Jewish people. It's because I want to see Dave Portnoy cry, okay? Because it's funny. It is funny. They're just like poking at him like that. It is hilarious. What is he going to do? Offer me a trip to Auschwitz? I would love to go. I would have a blast, I'm sure. I would love to go to... Please, actually, this might actually be a good plan. If I just go try to harass Dave Portnoy into giving me a free trip to Auschwitz, I would be thrilled. So no, I mean, do I think in every context, F the Jews is like a funny joke or a cool thing to say? Of course not. Of course, there's going to be people that are going to say that and actually be doing a Nazi salute and have like, I think they're few and far between. Let me get that straight. Of people that actually want to like harm Jewish people that would, say something like that. I think there's very few people like that actually want to like hurt or kill Jewish people. But dude, it's like, we can say the same thing to Dave Portnoy about his rape joke. And it's not even funny. Like I said, this is the most offensive part of Dave Portnoy's joke, is that it's not even a joke. He calls it a joke and it's not. He says women who wear skinny jeans and are, under 120 pounds, if you get raped, don't, you deserved it. Excuse me. I think F the Jews is like a funnier, yelling that driving by while he's eating a slice of pizza. I think it's 10,000 times. It's 6 million times as funny as Dave Portnoy's skinny jeans rape joke, okay? And what? I'm not going to say Dave Portnoy's a rapist or a piece of shit because he made a rape joke, which I got to stop saying that word because I don't think it's helping me get into a good algorithm. But of course not. I give Dave Portnoy the benefit of the doubt that he's not actually going and assaulting women who are wearing skinny jeans. Maybe I'm being too charitable to him. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe Dave Portnoy actually assaults women wearing skinny jeans, and that's why he thinks when other people make jokes, they secretly mean it for real. I don't know. I guess that's his logic, guys. He says if you make jokes, you actually deep down, you're secretly, if you make a Jew joke, you're secretly a Jew-hating, anti-Semitic person. So I guess if you make a rape joke, you're secretly a rapist. Ripe? I need to figure something out. I'm constantly in the bad algorithms. Oh, read my comment, Steve. Well, I just did. You talking about a different one? Hold on. Oh, all right. Where did it start? Hold on. Scott Sarver said same. So if I go around yelling F the gays, F the gizays, is that funny? If you did it in a funny context, yeah, you're definitely, I don't know where you thought you were going. Bro, that's like, come on. You got to know that I would endorse that, right? Bro, who do you think you're talking to here? Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where was the rest? Well, that is kind of funny. Yeah, exactly. We should test that theory. Get a bunch of people on the street yelling F the gays and see what happens. Oh, but dude, I wouldn't want to get a group of people to yell F the Jews. That would be a little bit scary. Well, I guess we already did that though. Jews will not replace us. You guys remember that march? I was there. Just kidding. I'm willing to bet gay people would be really pissed off. Well, yeah, I mean but that's okay, right? It's okay if people get a little pissed off. But it's like if you're literally sounding as Dave did, sounding like you are advocating like limiting free speech about only Jewish people. This is the thing. This is like Sniz, there's so much wrong with Dave's logic and reasoning that it's like there's almost nowhere to begin. Only Jewish people we can't make jokes about? And why is that? Because what? Because there was one terrorist attack where two people, a Jewish couple got killed, and another guy did Molotov cocktails and lit some people on fire. I don't even did anyone die there? I don't know. But Dave sees those things happen and goes, oh, we can't make jokes anymore. Not right now. It's a bad time because look at what's happening because of people. I bet the terrorists who assaulted and shot or whatever those Jewish people, I bet he saw the sign that the person made at my club, and that's why that happened. Dave Portnoy is fucking retarded if he thinks that there's any connection between making a couple jokes and people attacking Zionists in America. Guys, you think it's because of jokes or because there's mutilated, burned up, chopped up babies, Palestinian kids on Twitter every day? Or is it jokes, guys? Is it jokes? I guess it's the jokes. I don't know. I just like, there's, hold on. But what's happening all the time? What do you say? But that happens all the time. What are you saying happens? Sorry. Buzzard Bob in here. Hey, Steve, how you been? I don't mind you're a Peter Puffer. I still love you. Doesn't mean we'll be swap and spit, though. It's 2025. Be all you can be. Thank you, Buzzard Bob. I couldn't have asked for a better comment. I'm saying yelling F any group of people is hateful and could cause violent morons to act out in violence. It's more likely to cause the group targeted by the thing to act violently. Right? I mean, that's the opposite of Dave Portnoy's logic. Dude, this is the thing. Saying F the dude, it's you could sort of see, this is the thing, is we already have, like, isn't there laws with calls to violence? You know, like it's the same thing, the concept of Charles Manson being locked up in prison, people doing conspiracy and stuff. We don't have like free freedom of speech, right? You can be prosecuted for just saying some stuff. If you actually plan out to like end somebody's life, you don't actually have to follow through with it to be in trouble for like conspiracy to commit murder or whatever. Right? So if it's provable in court that you're literally trying to get people to kill a group of people, then you're going to end up in jail, right? If you're yelling F the Jews as you drive by Dave Portnoy, that's not evidence that you're like wanting to cause physical harm to somebody. Buzzy came into the chat at the wrong time. Yeah, he did. Yes, Scott Starboard, this is a good point to bring up in this debate. From 1900 to 2025, 78 million Christians have been killed. In that same time period, 6 million Jews have been killed. I heard the number's a little lower, but we'll go with that right now, Scott. Yet nobody cares about Christians. No, this is what I'm talking about. We have Marilyn Manson was like one of the most popular shock rock musicians. As I was growing up, I was a huge fan. I think I was wearing a Manson shirt for yesterday's show on the stream last night or sometime this week. Anyway, dude, just imagine how Jewish people would react if there was an artist that made a point of like coming out on stage and wiping his ass with pages from the Torah and lighting it on fire, then spitting in it and throwing it into the audience. I mean, we would never even see it. There wouldn't be concert venues that would allow them to have a show there. But Marilyn Manson is allowed to do it because Christians, they're just expected to take it. And, they just go, okay, yeah, whatever. We'll show up at Marilyn Manson's shows and try to preach to people about the gospel or whatever. And that's what they used to do. They would, there's plenty of footage of protesters, Christian protesters, showing up at Manson shows to tell people that they're living a life of sin. And that's fair. They're fighting fair. They're not going, this person shouldn't be allowed to speak against Christianity because you know what? There's been some odd million of us killed in whatever Bolshevik revolution or whatever the fuck. There's been too many Christian people killed in history. So Marilyn Manson, we can't allow him to mock Christianity and wipe his ass with pages from the Bible. We can't. Freedom of speech has gone too far, guys. How many Christian people seriously have been killed in America because Marilyn Manson wiped his ass with pages from the Bible and lit it on fire? I don't know. Ozfest? Yeah, I think he did do it at Ozfest. I know he's done the same thing with the flag too, guys. Marilyn Manson wiped his ass with the flag and lit it on fire on stage too. I don't think he did time for doing that. I remember he then found this, I don't know if it was like a pocket constitution thing that had parts of like the flag code in it, which explained that if a flag touched the ground, that it should be burned. And I remember it was a big thing, and he ran. It was on one of his, Marilyn Manson sold this thing called Guns, God, and Government. Or is it God is in the TV? I think it was God is in the TV. which was from part of his tour from the album Mechanical Animals. And he burned the flag a couple times on that tour, and the cops were like trying to come arrest him. And I think right when the concert was over, he basically like ran the fuck out of there. No Jewish person has ever done anything to me, just saying. Well, personally, no, I would say none have done anything personally to me, like directly. But this is where some people make the arguments of, you know, like a lot of the people in positions of power during when a certain virus was going around, people in positions of power in the 3-letter health agencies, a lot of people were dual citizens, the heads of pharmaceutical companies, the heads of BlackRock, dual citizens with some other country. Let's say Brazil. That's what Sam Hyde calls it, Brazil. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything, guys. I just all right, what are we doing? Are we going to watch this again?
So here we go. One bite, everybody knows the rules. We won't let that get into what is that Toronto hospitality then?
Hey, what is that Toronto hospitality there? I'm just trying to eat a slice of pizza over here. Fuck, man. I love it. I think it's funny. I'm sorry, Sniz. I think it's funny. Fuck. Where's that video I saved about who what? So here's Steve Bannon, right? Talking shit about Elon Musk. Let's get in on some of this. Oh, let me get you guys to this tab. Hold on. Oh yeah.
He's owned by the Chinese Communist Party. What are you talking about? Tesla, his only thing of real value is Tesla. He uses it for margin loans. He sells the stock. The Shanghai joint venture is 100% controlled by the CCP. This is why he never goes after the CCP. This is why he always backs off. This is when they had the protest. They had the protest about the lockdowns of COVID. He will not do it. Elon Musk is a total and complete phony. He is in bed in a business partner. He's done some good stuff, letting stuff out, with Taibbi and others. It's fine. But he is owned lock, stock, and barrel by the Chinese Communist Party, and he acts like it.
There was a story recently that they warned him to stop talking about lab leak.
100%.
He's got, I think there was
They want him to take down the tweets he did the first time. Now, he didn't take them down, but you notice he didn't have any more up there after that.
And I wonder if he said, okay, I won't tweet more about it. But here's the issue I see with the CCP in the United States, and if the United States falters, if this
By the way, the CCP Chinese companies are all in the Silicon Valley Bank.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing they're already talking about. We think maybe up to a third of those innovative companies may be CCP on there. Oh yeah, no.
Let me see. I think I did save a video of Nick Fuentes breaking down some stuff with Palantir. Dude, look, here. Sniz. We've got Jeremy Kaufman here on Twitter. As a Jew, I hereby grant a worldwide, universal, irrevocable J pass to shout F the Jews at Dave Portnoy. See, people just think it's funny, Sniz. And, if you don't listen, and it's nothing against anybody, if you don't think it's funny, if you don't get the joke, it's all right. But, you know, it's don't make everybody like it over explain it. Okay. If you don't like it, you don't get it. Let's move on then. That's fine. Some people think it's really funny though, because Dave Portnoy is a douche. Do you know he stands on his tiptoes in like every picture he takes? Did y'all hear about this? I actually accept that I'm only 5'7", and every inch of me is sexy as fuck. Okay, I accept that. Dave doesn't. He stands on his tiptoes. Every picture, he's standing on his tippy toes, hoping the person doesn't have his feet in the frame, but they do. Where was I gonna? Oh fuck! I'm bouncing all around. I got shit saved in different spots. Here we go. Bro, look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is fucking funny. Here, I have a few things saved here on the gram. What band is this? Irish rap group Kneecap chants Free Palestine at London show. We're being made an example of.
The Israeli lobbyists are trying to prove to other artists that if you speak out, we're going to hit you where it hurts most. They're trying to cancel gigs. They're trying to cancel my freedom of travel. I assume the majority of people agree shows that we're on the right side of history. We're right. They're murderous, fucking religious fanatics is what they are. And then I say they were cunts as well. Did I get more trouble there?
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
We're from West Belfast, Ontario, a place still under British occupation, and we all know that there's a worse occupation happening right now in Palestine. The Irish, though we had 800 years of colonialism, we were never bombed from the skies with nowhere to go. The Palestinians are now being starved on top of it. And whatever platform we have is important. I know we're enjoying ourselves and we're trying to listen to some tunes at a festival. Believe me, lads, I wish I didn't have to fucking do this, but the world's not listening. The world needs to see solidarity of 20,000 people applauding on it. Free! That's what the media do not want to see. That's what the media are trying to.
Why do they say free Palestine? That always confused me. Check this shit out. This is funny. See. Oh, fuck. This is what Dave Portnoy wants to make illegal right here, guys. Look at this. This is what Dave Portnoy wants to outlaw.
The Empire did nothing wrong.
The Empire did nothing wrong. Oh.
Wolf Tarkin blew up Alderaan. The liberal media is not going to tell you that. The Rebel Alliance kidnaps children and they indoctrinate them to talk about Star Wars. Wait, is there a Star Wars area? Wait, there's a special area to talk about.
Oh fuck. Dude, this is brilliant.
Star Wars. The Mandalorian uses Baby Yoda as a human shield. How are they doing? just don't want to talk about Star Wars. I was talking about.
Wow, look at that. They assaulted him and damaged his property. Wow, imagine that. Dave Portnoy, if Dave saw this video, he'd say, the guy with the Star Wars mask needs to go to jail, even though he was just assaulted. Dave Portnoy would say, throw that man in jail. Who, the one that hit the other guy? No, the guy innocently standing there with the sign making a funny video. He needs to go to jail.
About Star Wars? You're from Fox News?
I'm going to be on Fox tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. So, So the Mandalorian was using Baby Yoda as a human shield. The liberal media doesn't talk about how Alderaan was being used as a base for the Rebel Alliance. Say what you want about the Sith Lord, but I mean, he dealt with the Trade Federation and the whole blockade of Naboo.
Okay, and for those who are a little bit less familiar with Star Wars, could you draw the analogy a little bit more?
You want to start with episode 1. You see
how
those.
How does that connect to this issue or why you're out here today?
What issue?
What issue? Oh, don't break character, buddy. You're doing just great. You're doing fine.
What's this? What's going on here? What is this? Oh, Israel? Oh, huh. Hard to say, really. Thank you.
Oh my God, that is good. Holy fuck, that is funny.
The Empire did nothing wrong. If Tarkin blew up Alderaan, the liberal media is not going to tell you that. The Rebel Alliance kidnaps children.
See, I barely understand the analogy because I don't keep up with Star Wars like that, but I know what he's saying. I can read between the lines here, okay? Oh, fuck.
And they indoctrinate them to talk about Star Wars. Wait, is there a Star Wars area? Wait, there's a special area to talk about Star Wars. The Mandalorian uses Baby Yoda as a human shield. How are they doing? I'm here to talk about Star Wars.
Wow, look at how peaceful these guys are. Check that out. Good stuff. Oh, Scott, I'm glad you can laugh with me. Brave humor, yes. This guy, yes. And me. I'm brave. I'm so brave, guys. Bro, look at this. You guys remember when I played this? Look at this, man. This guy, this is a comedian. And the funny thing is, this guy's been on Joe Rogan's podcast, I think. I forget what this guy's name is. But this fucking guy is famous. And this guy was famous recently for, and I'd say recently as in like, I remember like 5 years ago or so, this guy was sort of trending because he had videos of him dealing with hecklers and he would do it really funny. And a lot of people were saying that they might be plants. Like he had friends or people he knew or asked to come in there and just fuck with him so he could do jokes at a heckler and make it seem like it's not prepared. And that is a funny theory considering what happens in this clip. I didn't even realize this guy was Jewish. I guess my Semite detector is off because I did before this thing. I didn't even realize this guy was Jewish. But here's this fucking comedian dealing with a heckler. Jewish comedian gets triggered by a heckler. And the funny thing is, he's not even like a heckler, like someone, I don't know, when I hear heckler, I think it's someone that's trying to fuck up the show and, bring it to, turn it in a direction. And this, I'll break down why I don't think this has like been turned or it's like not even a real, heckle.
So yeah, they were chanting, Jews will not replace us. That's what they were chanting in Charlottesville. Jews will not replace us. Now, as a Jewish person, when I heard that, I laughed so hard. And here's why. What the fuck job do you have that you're worried the Jews are coming for you? We don't want to work at Hobby Lobby. We good, all right? TV? Oh, are you saying that Jews control Hollywood? Because you can leave. If you want to interrupt me with anti-Semitism, get the fuck out of the show.
This is Dave Portnoy aura right here. Oh, you're being anti-Semitic? You said one word. You said the word TV, and that's anti-Semitic. You can leave. Is this not? This should be like the most historic overreaction ever in the history of comedy ever.
So yeah, they were chanting.
So let's break this down, though. This motherfucker, this Jewish comedian, he's making a joke about the Charlottesville, whatever the marches, where the white pride people had the tiki torches and they were chanting, "Jews will not replace us." Okay? The premise of this guy's joke is that white people work at Hobby Lobby and Jewish people don't want to work at Hobby Lobby because they stereotypically have other jobs. That is the premise of this guy's joke. And when someone goes, "Oh, what's the job that Jewish people have?" "Oh, yeah, they work in TV." And so he says, "TV. Oh my God, you're anti-Semitic. Get out of here. Get out of my show." But he's allowed to say white people work at Hobby Lobby. But he can't handle a person saying Jewish people work in television. This is what I'm talking about, where guys, there are, unfortunately, there are people like Dave Portnoy and this fucking loser comedian here who can dish it out but cannot take it back. It's unfortunate, but that's what we're dealing with. Everyone else can take a joke, guys. Everyone else just has to take the jokes and grow a pair of balls. Except for Dave Portnoy and this guy and anyone else who wants to yell that other people are anti-Semitic. Everyone else can take a joke, guys. Well, the Muslim people can't either sometimes. They don't like it if you draw a picture of Muhammad. And you know what? That's fucking retarded too. Jesus Christ. I can't believe this is like we're living in the 90s again. But instead of the Christians, and look, the Christians did bitch about Marilyn Manson. And they said, okay, put a fucking, well, this was sort of before Marilyn Manson. They said, put parental advisory stickers on all of their stuff. That'll show them. And the parental advisory stickers ended up helping sell records. Little kids were dying for an album that had a parental advisory sticker on it. Where's that video I saved? Hold up. Where did that video go? I saved something and it fucking disappeared. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, here it is. This is Dave Portnoy right here. Repurposed art. What's up, family? Thanks for checking out the stream. Main issue. Wait, have you been in here before? I'm starting to lose track of names. But thank you for checking out the stream. Main issue with Jewish people, this is, I'm quoting repurposed art. I don't know where this is going, so I just want to say I'm quoting somebody. I'm reading a chat message. The main issue with Jewish people is they think they are chosen and the rest of humans are Gentiles less than, and many people support this kind of an issue in 2025. Look, yeah, I mean, I don't see how. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of people in denial about the fact that the word goyim and Gentile are definitely used in a derogatory way towards non-Jews. I mean, I don't know. Is there any other religion that has like a derogatory term for non-believers of the religion? I don't know. This is what I'm saying. It makes it like difficult. I don't want to single out any like particular group to like, you know, bully or something. I feel like there's plenty of really funny jokes that can be made about every group of people. And I wish, you know, it was just okay to do because we could all have a good laugh. But watching Dave Portnoy say that no one should be able to make jokes about Jews. He said flat out, not specifically, you can't say F the Jews, which we could even have that conversation, and someone could, I'm sure, make a good argument to say that maybe that could be interpreted as a bad call to action type of whatever. They could spin a way logically to explain why that's not okay. That's not. Dave Portnoy went way further. He said, we can't have jokes about Jewish people because Zionists, there's been two, high-profile cases of Zionists being attacked. So no more comedy. Cancel all comedy. I just like, it's crazy to actually see someone say that, seriously. It is crazy to watch someone say that and be totally not joking, not serious, like they're not being like ironic or something, you know? Like that's something you expect Sam Hyde to say as like a joke in a bit or something. I don't know. Uncircumcised Philistines. Dude, I wish I was uncircumcised. Scott Starboard said, everyone blames the Christians for the parental advisory sticker, but Al Gore's wife, Tipper Gore, did that sticker. Yeah, but I think maybe they weren't Christians. I don't fucking know. But I do know that there certainly were Christians that were angry at Marilyn Manson and protested and stuff. And maybe there even were Christians that were trying to actually shut it down so he didn't have the right to say that stuff. There probably were. Funny how I guess Christians, they must not, if they were as upset as Jewish people, they must not have as much control in the media as the Jews, because Christians couldn't get Marilyn Manson shut down and stop him from burning Bibles on stage. I don't know if that's proof of something there, but I don't. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, that's a term from the Bible? I didn't even know that. That's a Christian term from the Bible. Uncirced Phillies. Really, as a female, not a fan of dirty, uncircumcised junk in their trunks. Prefer the clean ones. Look, I hear what you're saying, but guys, it's 2025. Men know how to wash their stuff. I take 2 showers a day. I get up in the morning, I take a dump, and I shower. But it's a quick shower, but I wash the important stuff. And then at night, I take a, really good shower, and I exfoliate with like salt too. I have a thing of salt in my shower to scrub my skin with. There's no excuse, guys. We know how soap works. People can buy soap. I just I get it. There's the argument of cleanliness, but it's like cutting off your foreskin because of cleanliness is like having the dentist pull your teeth out because you can't be trusted to brush your teeth properly. I mean, and some people have that happen, okay? But it's like, it's not, I think if your teeth, I don't think that that's a good enough excuse. I really don't. I'm sorry. Repurposed art. Still, they stink. That won't clean away most like a fungus. Sorry, they stink. Not a fan. Sorry. Hey, it's okay. I'm not offended. Look, I'm cut over here. Look, maybe there. I don't know about. I've never even. I have seen one in person, but I've never I've never smelled one. I guess maybe there's. Who knows? Schmegma. Save the schmegma. Free schmegma. All right, look, guys, this is Dave Portnoy right here. This is Dave Portnoy. A Jewish city council, a Jewish city councilor pretended to be attacked during a pro-Palestine rally. Oh, fuck. Look at this, guys. This is Dave Portnoy's spirit animal. What is this? Oh, no. Oh, fuck, man. That is funny. Oh my God. I'm a Jew. I'm being attacked. Oh no. I'm being carpet bombed. I know what the kids in Gaza feel like. This is what Dave Portnoy does at home alone. He gets on the ground in the fetal position and thinks about the person driving by that yelled F the Jews, and he just starts screaming like this. This is what Dave Portnoy does at home. This is like, it's like almost like a mental health exercise, letting off a little steam. What is this, bro? What are you actually doing? It says he was fired. He has now been forced to resign. Jesus Christ, man. Victim card. Good God. Looks like an exorcism. It does. Here, let me look up. We brought up Palantir earlier. Let me see if I can find that video. Okay, so here's Nick Fuentes breaking down some of the Palantir shit. Peter Thiel, CIA. Let's check this out. Hold on. Oh, wait. You guys aren't on this tab. Fuck. Let me get you guys over here. Come on, guys. Come on, gang.
Palantir was created by the CIA. It is a private tech company. They were founded in 2001, shortly after 9/11. And for 7 years, the CIA was their only customer. Okay? Palantir was created after 9/11. It's a data analytics firm. Their purpose is to take all the data the federal government collects, in particular the intelligence agencies. It's to take all those satellite images, recorded phone calls, intercepted emails and letters and texts, all the information they have on anybody they've ever looked into. Palantir's job is to take that information and make it usable, searchable. It's even mentioned in movies. If you watch the movie Den of Thieves, which I saw recently, they said, do a Palantir check on this guy, on this criminal. It's primarily a law enforcement intelligence community tool for looking at targets of the national security apparatus. It was created in 2001. According to the research of Whitney Webb, this is a privatization of an existing CIA program called Total Information Awareness. The CIA wants to spy on everybody, wants to harvest and use all of their data, but the CIA is constrained by the Constitution. American citizens are protected from warrantless searches of their data. It's a violation of our Fourth Amendment privacy rights if the government tries to do that. So what does the government do? They bypass.
Yeah, they contract out for that. They get some fucking company to do it for them, and then they just get the data from the company.
That's the Constitution, which constrains government, and they contract with a private entity that they control. A private organization is not constrained by the Constitution. A private entity does not have enumerated rights. It's not constrained by the Bill of Rights.
So this is like, this kind of goes along with the theme of why I think some of the TikTok stuff people went so crazy about TikTok stealing their data and whatever. The reason I think the government was pretending to give a fuck about some Chinese company stealing your data, it's not because China is spying on you. I'm pretty sure that whole thing was just because that's basically free data about American citizens that China can just fucking rake in for free. Otherwise, they have to like go through some company to they have to find some other way to get this data. The US government wants China to have to pay for all that data that they're raking in about people through their use of TikTok. That is, you think congressmen are worried that China has your dick pics? Yeah, that's it. That's definitely it.
And what it can do to people. So the CIA privatizes its unconstitutional mass surveillance by creating Palantir. Now, when I say that the CIA created Palantir, let me be precise and specific. The CIA has a venture capital arm called In-Q-Tel. What that means is they provide the startup money for private businesses that the CIA wants to use. It's like a defense contractor, like how Lockheed Martin's a private company, but only makes helicopters and military planes for the government and other defense assets. So the CIA's venture capital arm, In-Q-Tel, provided the money for Palantir. The CIA was Palantir's original investor. Palantir was meeting at CIA headquarters every month for years to build what Palantir is. They spent all their time in Virginia working at CIA headquarters to build this thing. And for the first 7 years, the CIA was Palantir's only customer. From 2001 until 2008, Palantir had one client. It was the CIA. So when I say Palantir was created by the CIA, that's not a figure of speech. That's not a manner of speaking. When I say the CIA created Palantir, I mean the CIA's venture capital fund, In-Q-Tel, seeded money to Palantir. The CIA consulted to create Palantir products. Palantir products were tailor-made for the CIA because from 2001 until 2008, the CIA was Palantir's only client. So the CIA and Palantir are like this. There's questions about who controls who. During a Reddit AMA, Peter Thiel, who co-founded Palantir, was asked, is Palantir a front for the CIA? Thiel responded and said the CIA is a front for Palantir. Where does one start? Where does one end and the other begin? It's hard to say.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein invested. So this is part of the thing. People have like made these connections between Epstein and Palantir. He invested in Peter Thiel. So guys, this is part of the conspiracy, and I heard Destiny breaking some of this down too. So part of this thing, there are some people that think that Trump is more involved with this Epstein shit. Now, I know it's like very debatable if he ever went to the island. I don't think, as far as the consensus of what I've seen other people discussing this, that there isn't direct evidence that Trump ever actually went to Little St. James Island, the kid-touching island. But he definitely hung out, flew with Jeffrey Epstein and all that shit. We don't know how deep Trump was in with Epstein. But guys, remember this. Trump's ex-wife, I don't think it was, I can't remember now. I forget. The one that died though. Ivana. I think that was her name. Ivana Trump. But anyway, one of Trump's ex-wives was close friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. People don't even like talk about it. And I know I saw somewhere, it was court documents or something somewhere that I read that I thought was credible at the time, even though I tried to find it while on stream and could not find it on here, guys. I spent like 15 minutes looking for this thing, discussing it, and couldn't find it. But there are sources that said Trump's ex-wife helped Ghislaine Maxwell get some of the girls that were apparently victims or affiliated with Ghislaine Maxwell. Helped her procure some girls. Now, hold that in your mind. That actually isn't anything Destiny talked about. But one thing he did mention was the fucking files. Guys, the Epstein files. There are some people who think that, remember, Trump took files to Mar-a-Lago or wherever Trump took some classified documents from the White House or wherever it was. And there are people that, especially after Elon Musk bringing this up, are considering the fact that possibly Trump took files that actually implicate him with some involvement in bad stuff. that Jeffrey Epstein was up to. He took those files. I think there's some of them they actually haven't even returned yet, right? And some people theorize maybe Trump knew what he was taking. Like if you're the president and Jeffrey Epstein died on Donald Trump's watch, do you guys are you guys starting to like put this together as to why there's some people like me that voted for Trump twice but do not fucking trust him? I'm being honest to myself, guys. I want Trump to do well. And he is by far the funniest, my favorite politician. He's fucking hilarious. He is. It's undeniable. But I'm sorry, it's like, how can I be conspiracy brained about some of the crazy shit that people think about the Clintons and DC and pizza joints, and then I just ignore all of these weird things related to Trump? Are we all just gonna ignore the fact that like there's all these different ties with Trump to Epstein that are not 100% proven to be, on the up and up? I just I don't know how else to score it. I'm sorry, but that's where I'm at. I don't know. Elon did what he was supposed to do, and he's now distancing as planned. No, dude, that's one thing I did toss out is this could just be a fucking psyop. This could just be a show. I mean, that's very possible. From the recent video, it looks like Trump is into ladies that are willing and maybe had a few menage a trois. He is not a PDF file, but might not look good to see naked Trump with a few ladies rolling around. Yeah, so no, that's a fair point. That really is a fair point. I want to say I think it would work to his favor though to release that. If that's all that there is Trump having threesomes back in the day, I mean, shit. He's going to look like a fucking pimp. Remember Stormy said he could bring it? Yeah, Stormy Daniels said he was good in bed. She said on the Bubba Show. Hey, Eat More's up in here. What's up, Eat More? Everybody knew Trump was Tony Stark back in the day. Yeah, I know. This is why. Okay, the threesome thing, that repurposed art, that might actually be a possibility. But I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, I just don't know. I don't know if that's a good enough excuse to one, possibly have taken the documents, and then number two, not want to release what documents do exist at this time. Oh shit, I'm clicking around. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me drop this. Let's look at Trump's video responding to this. If I could find it. What tag are you? Okay, you guys are on here. Let me drop this because Twitter gets fucking crazy. Who, me? What do I do with the tongue? What are you talking about? What do I do with my tongue? Why do you say that? Did you see my tongue piercings? I have my tongue pierced. That's true. Trump's got 10 on limp, on soft. Fuck, bro. I saw some piercings. Yeah, so I actually had my tongue pierced 3 times, but I only have 2. I got 2 piercings. I lick balls with it. Probably, yeah, that's mostly what I do is lick balls with that. That's mostly it, guys. Licking balls over here. Don't mind me. Okay, let me. Trump responds to Elon. Okay, let's watch through this. Then I'm going to get out of here. I didn't realize it's already past 10:10.
I don't know if we're well. Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best thing. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill. We call it a great big.
I thought he was going to say, and I am right about everything.
Big, beautiful bill, because that's what it is. And again, biggest tax cuts in history.
That is AI. What is AI? This is AI? No, it's not. If this is AI, I'm done being a streamer because I no longer. This is not AI.
Biggest economic development moves anywhere. We've never done anything like it. Business is spurred. And I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but the numbers came out. Even the CBO, which is run by Democrats, said that we're going to be doing, I'd like you to discuss it, the 2.8 trillion that CBO. This is a group of people that are Democrats. They're very hostile to us. They just came out with phenomenal numbers, what it does. Do you want to mention that, Scott?
Yes, sir. So what we've seen is we keep hearing from the CBO that there's going to be a large deficit from the bill, which we disagree with, but using the CBO scoring, they came out and scored the tariff revenue. We think it'll be the minimum of 2.8 trillion over the 10-year window, which actually puts the bill in surplus if you include the tariff revenue, which they won't do.
It gives you a tremendous surplus, but we're not allowed to use that. For some reason, they say scoring. Nobody knows what scoring means. Maybe a couple of people, but nobody. Somebody sits in the background. They say, well, we're not going to allow that. They're not allowing other things that we have that are tremendously profitable for our country. But if you saw the other day, CNBC, they came out with numbers, and the people on the show, very good people, I've watched them for a long time, they couldn't believe the numbers, how good they are. The numbers were incredible, and that was personal income and also very low inflation. We have very low inflation. We're down to 2% now, and maybe even lower than that. And when I took it over, it was a mess. Remember, we had the worst inflation probably in the history of our country. They say 48 years, but let's say I think it's worse than that. So we had the worst inflation in the history of our country under the Biden administration. Now we're down to a beautiful number, 2%. You'd actually like to keep it there. Better than zero is 2%. It's going down maybe to 1, and 1% is like perfect. That's perfect. You don't want to have zero for certain reasons that nobody is very interested to listen to. But we have almost perfect inflation. Grocery prices are down. Everything. Remember eggs? We weren't going to buy another egg for the next 20 years. They were so expensive, right? Remember? You guys all hit me about eggs. Eggs have come down 400%. Everybody has eggs now. They're having eggs for breakfast again. But if you look at gasoline, very important. I think always the most important because it's the
Trump's got us eating eggs again, guys. God bless.
energy is the biggest factor. That's what happened. He screwed up our energy policy.
I eat 3 fucking eggs a day. 3. I never stopped eating 3 eggs a day.
And everything went up because energy went up. But now energy is way down, and they have states where you're at $1.98 a gallon for gasoline. So the costs have come way down. And one of the things I ran on was that. I ran on the border. We have the best border in the history of our country, 99.99%. It was last week, 3 people came in, 2 of them for medical reasons.
What are you talking about? Phase cops. What's Dan think about the dual piercing action? What do you think I'm sucking on? Who? Dan who? Dan Diaco? I wish. I wish I was Dan Diaco's little boy toy. I'd have a fucking Ferrari for one thing. Because that's how good I am at what I do. Okay? Eggs are nature's perfect food, Dark Match Gene. I agree. They're fucking amazing. Donald Ferguson. What are you referring to? Blacked out, pixelated, and acted upon? CIA child Stuart Copeland murder by numbers. You sons of bitches. I definitely have never sucked off Dan Diaco, but I would.
Let them in because one of them had a heart attack. I think it was a nice thing to do, and one of them had something else. So we've never had. I had very good numbers for 4 years, but we really topped it. And I want to thank Christie and Tom Homan. They've done a fantastic job. But nobody mentions that anymore. Remember, a few months ago, the border was a total disaster. People were coming in by the hundreds of thousands of people a day, a week, a month. I mean, we had a month, 2 million people came in 1 month. The border was being overrun, and a lot of bad people, criminals, murderers, drug dealers. We had some of the worst people in the world coming in from all over the world. It's totally closed. And you know what? People are coming into our country, but they're coming in legally. So we've done a great job. Elon knew that. Elon endorsed me very strongly. He actually went up in campaign for me. I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway, even if the governor ran, the real governor, not the governor from Minnesota, he's a sick puppy, that guy. That poor guy, I feel sorry for him. But they made a bad choice with him. But if you pick Shapiro or anybody else, I spoke to him recently.
He was talking about Tim Walz there, right? He's so right. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. Trump is so funny. He's fun. He's funny the way he puts stuff. He's a whole fucking character. And the aura is like, plus 1,000. A lot of politicians have just the worst aura ever. And it probably is just because Trump was a big time celebrity first before being a politician. It's really vice versa for a lot of politicians, is they're politicians first and going around glazing people, trying to just desperately get votes and money whatever ways they can. And then once they get to where they're like, being recorded, and once the crowds get super large, they get a little nervous, okay? And they start to act a little weird. They don't know how to deal with the vibes of dealing with like real people on a large scale. It's too many people for them to like fool. So you end up with people like Tim Walz and Kamala Harris that look like the weirdest, drunkest, creepiest, fakest people that you've ever seen. Kamala Harris doing fake laughs and Tim Walz walking out just like uncontrollably waving his hands and arms around and stuff. And it just looks so fake and stupid, like major negative aura type stuff. And Trump is just a showman, you know? And like I said, guys, I hope he does well, but I don't trust him. I mean, I voted for him, but I don't fucking trust him. I don't. But dude, he's fucking funny. He's fucking funny.
About his house being set on fire, which was terrible. But if they picked him, I would have won Pennsylvania. I won it by a lot. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars, and it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have we want to be able to sell everything. And when that was cut, and Congress wanted to cut it, he became a little bit different, and I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Did he, I just want to clarify, did he raise any of these concerns with you privately before?
So this is 1207. This was before Elon released those tweets about Epstein, right? Because that's why Trump is saying there's no personal stuff. This is 1207. I think the crazy Elon tweets came later.
He raised them publicly. And this is the guy you put in charge of cutting spending. Should people not take him seriously about spending now? Are you saying this is all sour grapes?
No, he worked hard and he did a good job. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office, and he's got nice offices too. But there's something about this one. I was telling the chancellor, this is where it is. People come in here, even from Germany. They come in and they walk into the Oval Office, and it's just a special place. It's World War I, it started and it ended here, and World War II, and so many other things. Everything big comes right from this beautiful space. It's now much more beautiful than it was 6 months ago. A lot of good things are happening in this room, and I'll tell you, he's not the first. People leave my administration and they love us, and then at some point they miss it so badly, and some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it, but we have it with others too. They leave and they wake up in the morning and the glamour's gone, the whole world is different, and they become hostile. I don't know what it is. Someday you'll write a book about it and you'll let us know.
I bet you will. Let me drop Twitter for a second. I can go a little bit later, guys. It's all good. I've been trying, when I first started streaming, I was just kind of, getting my stream legs about me. And some nights, guys, Jesus Christ, we were going to like 11 something a few nights a week. I would do like 3.5 hours and stuff. And then election night, I did like 6.5 hours. Dutch Duke, what's up, lover? No, it's funny to hear him say it, Trump derangement syndrome. Where the fuck is Fauci? DMS chub back up. Thank you, Holyoke Joe. That's a good question, though, Donald Ferguson. Where is Fauci? Hopefully they have him in a cage with like 10 beagles, letting them chew his face off. All right. In Minecraft. Let me see. Let's take a quick look at the AI thing. So this is from the Trump's big beautiful bill. Is this bullshit beef with him and Elon Musk to distract from the fact that they're putting in this bill the aspect of AI that you're not going to be allowed to regulate it? Hold on, let me what does it say for 10 years? Let me go down here. All right, let's take a look at this. So yeah, Trump's big beautiful bill has a provision that bans all 50 states from regulating the federal government's use of AI for 10 years. If this bill passes, all 50 states will be stripped of their ability to protect their own citizens from federal surveillance using AI. Let's read through this. Now, look, guys, on its surface, this is sketchy to me. I don't like this. Okay? Dutch Duke, I'm edging. I'm going to, as long as you guys can hang in there, as long as you guys can handle it, I'm going to keep edging. So yeah, on its surface, this doesn't sound good, right? 10-year ban on regulation of AI. Do you guys realize, right? After 10 years, the cat's out of the bag at that point. 10 years of AI development. We already have these fucking what was the Google VO3? Guys, remember, I covered that on the stream. These things can make the videos from fucking scratch, and it looks indistinguishable, nearly indistinguishable from some movie scene that was filmed with like an extremely good budget. I mean, it's impressive. And the videos that are going around of Trump, talking to the press, but they're deep fake manipulated videos. Guys, we're at the point where the only way that we know the videos are fake is because the Trump in the video is saying something that's slightly crazier than something he would normally say. Slightly. That's the only giveaway. The quality is there. The video and the audio, the mouth matching up, everything, it's all there, guys. It's all there. The only way we know is because he'll say something funny that's a little bit crazier than what he normally would. We are so fucked, guys. We're already at the point where it's getting scary. 10 years, no regulations for 10 years. There's going to be no possibility to regulate something in 10 years. Just imagine. You guys remember this was like a couple years ago that when you made an AI video of something, it looked like it was an acid trip. And it was funny, like we were joking, like, look, the machines think that it looks like this all the time for us. They think we're just tripping on acid all the time. It was like funny how it kind of looked bad, but it looked trippy, like you were tripping. Like you had ingested real psychedelics. Now it's fucked, man. We're so fucked. What is it going to look like in 10 years, guys? What are we going to do? I'm scared. I'm not even joking. I'm scared. Let's read this. Maybe Steve is AI. Easy there. You're getting close to the truth. Maybe Steve is president. You're getting cold again. You're a lot further from the truth there. I wish Trump and Congress would end the Patriot Act. Yeah. I'll second that. All right, let me read some of this. What the fuck does this say? Oh, god damn it. Oh, cool. People are sending me pictures. And then I got Adam Wiley, too, texting me. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, Adam Wiley on the PayPal, $10. Thank you, Adam. I'm sorry. I got to set up my shit so I get notifications, god damn it. Let me check my Venmo real quick to make sure. Guys, if you do, of course, you know I have a regular job. I bust my ass. But if you do financially want to support the show, you can do that right now. What I got set up is my PayPal and Venmo. At PayPal, I'm Darkmatch, DARKMATCH. And then over on the Venmo, I'm Darkmatch Steve, DARKMATCHSTEVE. Fucking Adam Wiley, my baby daddy, over on the fucking PayPal with a tenner. Thank you, sir. Let me make sure. I didn't miss anybody on fucking Venmo. Well, oh no, so well, Keith Yarher with 100. I guess that I already mentioned that before. That was a couple weeks ago. But it's been a while since I logged in. I don't think this is new. He's normally in my chat when he gives one. But fuck, man. Thank you so much, Adam Wiley. I really do appreciate that, bro. Adam Wiley really supports me a lot. He's always he fucks with me a lot too, but he does support me, so I appreciate it. All right, let me read through some of this. Okay, so part 2, artificial intelligence and information technology modernization. Artificial intelligence and information technology. Okay, initiative. So, all right, let's read the whole thing. It's pointing to down here. I guess this is the 10-year thing. Let's read through all of it though, just to make sure there's nothing like, I don't know. Subsection A would appropriate $500 million to the Department of Commerce for fiscal year 2025 to remain available through September 30th, 2035 for the purpose of modernizing and securing federal information technology systems throughout the deployment of commercial artificial intelligence automation technologies and the replacement of antiquated business systems. Yeah, so they're saying 500 million to have the state of the art, whatever. Subsection B states the Secretary of Commerce shall use the funds to support the replacement and modernization of legacy business systems with state-of-the-art commercial artificial intelligence systems and automated decision systems, the adoption of artificial intelligence models that increase operative efficiency and service delivery, and improve the cybersecurity posture of the federal information technology systems through modernized architecture, automated, what is that? Threat detections, and integrated artificial intelligence solutions. Subsection C states that no state or political subdivision may enforce any law or regulation regulating artificial intelligence models, artificial intelligence systems, or automated decision systems during the 10-year period beginning on the date of the enactment of this act. Yeah, so I mean this last So yeah, if you just read this bottom part, it sounds a lot scarier. It just sounds like oh my God, the federal government wants to allow robots to take over. But with the context of the rest of this, so this is saying, okay, so I kind of get why, but I don't agree with this. Let me put that out there. But I get what they're saying here. So this is, if you read all of this, which I don't know if there's any more to read about this. I need to look into this a little more. I don't know if I'm going to have time to really go down this rabbit hole tonight. But with the context of the rest of this, what they're saying here is, so it's $500 million to the Department of Commerce for fiscal year 2025, remaining available through September 30th of 2035. So that is a 10-year period. They're saying we've got $500 million budget to the Department of Commerce for updating everything, our legacy business systems with state-of-the-art artificial intelligence, automated decision systems, adoption of artificial intelligence models, So they're saying we're going to have a 10-year period where the government is going to allow the Department of Commerce to have this $500 million budget to upgrade and make new AI stuff state of the art, better than you've ever seen type of systems, and whatever that they, in whatever ways they can utilize it to upgrade and get the best AI available. So they're saying if we're going to allocate $500 million for this 10-year period to work on getting the best AI stuff, then we can't have regulations on it. We want to be able to get crazy, basically. They're saying, we're using $500 million, so we have to, we can't have states that are going to regulate the use of it. And what, hold on. So regulate the models themselves, the development of it, I'm sure the use of it as well. So yeah, that's what they're saying. But I do, guys, what are for real? Scott Starboard, thank you, sir. Jay Antone, what's up, family? And things turn nasty between Elon and D Trump. Yeah, bro, I don't know. It's gotten pretty bad. I don't know if there's a right side to pick on this either. It's scary. Like, it's fucked up if you think about it, that Elon Musk only started getting pissed off and calling out Trump about his involvement with Epstein when he found out they weren't, he wasn't, what's the term that they were taking out, the EV vehicle mandates or whatever, that is like, billions of dollars or something that would have gone to Elon Musk or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Elon Musk only started spilling the theoretical beans about this, the alleged beans. He only started spilling them when Trump said, "Oh, well, you're not going to be in the big beautiful bill. Yeah, sorry, it's going to mean a loss for you." So I feel like this makes everyone look shitty in this situation. Elon Musk is calling out Trump, making Trump look shitty because he's associating him with negative stuff, bad involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. And then it's making Elon Musk look shitty because how long have you known that in the Epstein files is Trump doing something very naughty? you know this. How long have you known this? And you've only decided to tell people because Trump barely pissed you off a little bit. I mean, it's like, I don't know. This just makes everybody look shitty. I miss Taco Bell. I forget when I had Taco Bell. I think I had it at my job a long time ago. I don't like fast food. All right, let me drop this down. I want to see if there's Big E, you're eating clean. That's good. Yeah, that's good, dude. Yeah, man, I pretty much I don't fuck with fast food. It's like so rare when I do, and it throws my stomach off. Holyoke Joe, I'm eating ass. Well, that's, and you can do that on any diet, really. I did draw. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if there's anybody that. Yeah, so. Uh-oh. Oh, no. So Palantir is involved. Okay, so yeah, this is making sense now. No, this isn't. This doesn't sound good. Jay, that's good to hear. You don't like fast food? That's good. That means your body is still kind of like, tuned properly. How, if you don't really crave it or something, you don't really like it, that's good. I feel like for real for the stage of my life, I don't like doing acid as much these days because the trip is like too long. I'm a busy guy, and I've had acid trips that have gone for like 12 to 24 hours and stuff, and it's like whatever. I don't have time for that. Usually if I do mushrooms, I can have a good trip and it's over within like 4 to 6 hours tops. I can get through like, the most part of it. But anyway, what I'm getting at is doing psychedelics and eating fast food a few times, like I think tuned me to like not enjoy fast food as much. There's been a few times I've eaten some fast food that I know if I was like in a regular state of mind, I would have scarfed it down and not thought twice about it, and I would have enjoyed it and then, felt like shit after I ate it. But there's been a few times I've eaten shitty food while on acid and stuff, and it actually grossed me out while I was eating it. And I think that sort of got me pointed in the right direction of like not wanting to eat shitty food anymore. Let me bring this back up. All right, so we're back on Twitter. AF post. Trump's big, beautiful bill includes a provision that prevents all 50 states from regulating AI for the next 10 years. Meanwhile, the Trump administration has awarded Palantir Technologies major contracts to build an expansive federal data platform using its AI-driven Foundry software. The system integrates Americans' sensitive records from the IRS, Social Security Administration, Immigration Services, and other agencies to centralize surveillance and decision-making. What is this? Oh. Rule of construction. Okay. Let me look up. Let me see. Um, um, 2 days ago, Yahoo Finance. Okay. Trump administration. Let's I'll bring you guys over here. So let's just take a look at this because I don't you guys know I'm barely trying to keep up with politics these days. I don't like it. You know what I like to do is not pay attention for like 3.5 years. And then when it gets time for a major election, I pretend I know what I'm talking about. That's what I like to do. I like to research it right before the election and pretend I know what I'm talking about. And then ignore after the election, just ignore politics again. Okay, let me get you guys over here with me. So Yahoo Finance. Trump administration silently employs Palantir to gather personal data of each American, raising privacy data misuse concerns. Uh-oh. Trump administration has reportedly been discreetly working with Palantir Technologies to gather personal data of American citizens from various federal agencies, sparking concerns over privacy and potential misuse of personal data. Why? Okay. What happened? President Trump's March executive order for federal data sharing is being implemented through Palantir's product, Foundry. Although Trump has not publicly discussed this initiative, this platform is already in use by several federal agencies, including the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the Social Security Administration, reported the New York Times on Friday. Trending maker of the what? Okay. This is some bullshit. Is this an ad right here? You got to be kidding me. Foundry's capabilities in data organization and analysis could potentially enable the merging of information from various agencies, thereby creating detailed profiles of American citizens. The Trump administration has attempted to access extensive citizens' data from government databases, including bank details, student debt, medical claims, and disability status. This is for real. This is a fucking ad. Just tricked me into reading it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, so they're saying they're going to have, the DMV has data, whatever agency has data. There's a bunch of different sets of data with different agencies that they are not merged. And this is talking about basically that Foundry, this Palantir product or whatever, is going to be able to use AI to fucking make a profile for every American citizen, where it's like every tiniest little bit of data that any kind of government agency has ever gathered on you, and they're going to be able to compile it into one thing that the government can just click on and look at like it's a dating website or something. Swipe left on yo ass. Critics, including Democrat lawmakers and privacy advocates, fear that such data could be exploited for political purposes, such as policing immigrants and targeting critics. Some Palantir employees fear the company's association with Trump's agenda and potential data breaches, prompting 13 former staffers to sign a letter urging it to cut ties with the administration. Interesting. Why it matters. Trump administration's collaboration with Palantir comes on the heels of several significant developments for the company. In late May, the Department of Defense awarded Palantir a $795 million modification to a contract for its Maven Smart System software licenses, which likely contributed to a surge in the company's stock price. Earlier that month, Palantir announced a strategic partnership with enterprise software giant SAPSE, SAPSE, I don't know, integrating its data platforms with SAP's enterprise solutions, a move that CEO Alex Karp described as extremely valuable. Story continues. Benzinga's edge ranking place Palantir in the 97th percentile for quality and the 3rd percentile for value, reflecting its mixed performances. Check the detail report here. The shares of Palantir climbed 7 point whatever percent to close at 131.78 on Friday. On a year-to-date basis, it surged 75.26%. Okay, that's it. All right, cool. Oh, comments. What are people saying in the comments? Who comments on Yahoo? Yeah, guys. I don't like this. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this might not be a good thing. Fuck. Jesus, it's almost 11 o'clock. Oh, about time for a bicep flex. God dang. What about these? Oh, sheesh. Oh, I almost got a cramp. Okay. With that, guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. We'll look more into Palantir another time. We got fun scheduled for the stream tomorrow. I don't want any more trending news stuff to happen that I have to cover. I want to do a fun night tomorrow night. Some of you probably have an idea of what I have planned. If you're Bubba Army, there's been some stuff that went down. I'm probably going to review some of that tomorrow. So tune in. But I probably will be going on early as well. Hopefully I'll be on by like 7:30. I don't know if Scott's in here. You know, Scott, wait, I don't think he streams Fridays, does he? I guess I don't think so. So yeah, I might be going on between like 7 and 7:30 if possible. So yeah. We're going to have a fun time tomorrow night. Hopefully there's no terror attacks or any more, stuff between Elon Musk and Trump. Hopefully the dust settles a little bit and whatever. Get ready for AI, guys. You ready? You ready to get hacked? This is America. All right, lovers. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Seriously, guys, thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate you guys that, here and there throw a few dollars my way. Seriously, I really fucking appreciate it. The money helps. And for real, I'm going out of town. I'm going on this trip. And I haven't had like a vacation in so long, guys. So fucking long. But I'm going on this trip. It's a couple weeks, like about 2 weeks away. So, yeah, I'm going to actually start packing super early so that I don't forget anything because I'm like the worst with that. If I don't give myself enough time. But, yeah, guys, I'm going to fucking Wyoming to go check out all the fucking crazy shit out there. There's just so many fucking things to do. I wish I would have scheduled longer. Hopefully I'll still be able to stream. Guys, I'm going to at least try to pop on for a little bit. Every regular streaming night that I have, every weeknight, I'm going to try to pop on for at least a little bit. Big E says it's beautiful there. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it looks fucking incredible. I'm so excited about it. I haven't been on a plane in like 20 years or something. I was like scared, a little more like freaked out about the idea of flying, a year and further back in the past since like, whatever, 9/11. I've been fucking like, not liking the idea of flying, but I'm actually kind of excited to get on a plane ride. I'm actually excited. And I bought this. I'll show you guys real quick. Let me show you. We're already on late. Who cares? Oh, God. Oh, it was leg day yesterday, too. Oh, my God. Oh, my legs are so fucked up. Holy shit. Guys, check this out. Look what I got for the plane ride. This is, what is this called? An R36 Max. R36 Max. So I'm not someone who plays a lot of games. I don't have time for it. I play mental games. I don't play like video games. But I got this for the plane ride partly, and for, some other time that I'm riding in a car and don't need to work on something on my phone content wise. But yeah, guys, this is like an emulator thing. It looks like a Game Boy kind of. It's a little bit, the screen's definitely bigger than like a Game Boy screen. But I'm never, the only thing I used to ever have was a Game Boy. I've never had like a portable gaming system. This bitch, though, has, you know what? I'll turn it on. I'll show you guys. So this has like a bunch of different games on it. This has a bunch of games from Nintendo, Super Nintendo. There's a few Dreamcast games on it. There's Nintendo 64, PlayStation. It has a bunch of shit. Check this out. Can you guys can you see on the side there? It has like the different gaming systems. Nintendo 64, Game Boy, Game Boy Color. You just go, you click in there and pick what games. What is that? Fucking Game Boy Advance. Nintendo DS. Dreamcast. Bro, it has all these different, they're preloaded on there, and you can put new ones in. But yeah, you just pick whatever fucking system you want. Let me see, Super Nintendo. I was fucking with Super Nintendo games the other day. But yeah, Super Nintendo, then it's got all the fucking list of games right there on the side. You just fucking click through. Now, some of these, they don't have pictures to tell you what game it is, but you just go by the name is right. Bro, there's like fucking hundreds and hundreds of fucking games on this thing. So I'm actually emulators on it. Yeah, I knew I'm barely familiar with that term when it comes to games, but yeah. A buddy of mine has emulators on his laptop. He basically has the same setup, but with his laptop, we can play games through that. I never have time to do it anymore. But I'm actually excited to be able to go on a plane. It's going to be like at least about a 3-hour plane ride to Colorado and then a connecting flight to Wyoming. But yeah, I'm actually like, man, I'm going to be able to just like kick back. My phone's going to be on airplane mode or whatever. I'll have a good excuse to not be on my phone. I can just bury my fucking nose in this thing and play a game for like an hour and a half, 2 hours if I want. Just fuck around. There's literally, I do not have time to play games ever in my daily life. So I'm actually like, I was telling my buddy that I'm going with, I was like, man, I feel like a DJ, like a fucking loser. Part of my excitement for the plane ride is so I can play games on this stupid fucking thing I bought. But it's cool, guys. It really is cool. This is on Amazon, by the way. I shouldn't be doing advertising for Jeff Bezos, but it's the R36 Max. So far, I've had it. I've only used it twice. But yeah, guys, it's cool. I haven't, the battery's low, but I haven't charged it since I've gotten it. This is the factory charge, and I've used it for like, I don't know, about an hour or something. And fucking, I don't know, guys. It's pretty awesome so far. If you need something to kill time without an internet connection. All right, guys. Well, yeah, this trip, I'm gonna be fucking broke after this trip, but it's worth it. It totally is. I need to get out of Tampa for a little bit, and this is a great place to go. We're gonna fucking check out the Teton Mountains, the Teton Range, the Great Tetons, and Devil's Tower, a bunch of shit. Leading up to it, well, I'm going to do at least one stream. Well, we're going to take a look at some of the stuff that I'm going to go check out when I go to Wyoming, just to show you guys what I'm getting myself into. So with that, guys, it's past 11. I got to get out of here. Thank you guys for all the support. Please, if you haven't already, hit the like button. I seriously need the help with the algorithms. It is a fight on here every night with them bitches. I will see you tomorrow evening by hopefully 7:30 p.m. ET latest. So, all right, guys, I'm getting out of here. This has been Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. I love you.